Live from SILLIMAN News Center with Ella Ayanco and Daniel Magaso. This is SILLIMAN Insider. For tonight's headlines, Norsu students stage protest against university president. Dumaguete crime rate increased by 18% in first 2 months of 2014. Summer heat worsened cardio problem. DOH warns public against common diseases in summer. City Tourism Office conducts ocular inspection for tourists.
Good evening, Dumaguete City.
Good evening, Negros Oriental.
This is SILLIMAN Insider. Students of Negros Oriental State University staged a protest against its administration last week. SILLIMAN has the story.
The students of Negros Oriental State University are complaining against the alleged inhuman actions of University President Dr. Vicente Rial. Harold Pelaez, sophomore as well as the incumbent governor of the College of Education, claims about the verbal abuse Rial did to them.
The letter that is supposed to be confidential was posted in front of the Norsu case with his initial. What that person did to me is actually very wrong. Yeah. Public humiliation is a criminal offense. I already have my lawyer. This Monday, we will now be filing a case against Dr. Rial that will be libel.
Meanwhile, Rachel Don Bakay, Nurses Yulan Campus Student Government President, says she was suspended for failure to liquidate expenses on time.
Kasi I'm a grade student, tomorrow will be our baccalaureate, and this March 19 will be our graduation there in our campus. After 4 years na mag-eskwela, that's the time na na-jud mo, ano ni mo yung success, yung campus sa 4 years, ano, makapasa na dito pero wala.
Bakay asked for a reconsideration of her suspension, but it was denied.
File with documents against this side or suspension. It's a due process of law.
Aside from the student government officers, ordinary students of NURSU says there is no explanation where the 10% of their profit from the income-generating projects go.
Ang president will have to meddle with the student government action. Not to control the student government, the no permit to exam policy. So that has been a problem since first semester. There is what we call income-generating project. And as of the moment, we don't know kung asa siya na-pilot, and that's why we included it here. We are doing this activity. At least for these people to know, for the other students to know na there is something wrong with our school.
The SILLIMAN Insider News team tried to get the side of NURSU's president, Dr. Vicente Rial. However, he is in an official trip as of the moment. Officers of the student government in NURSU plans to file a complaint against the university president. They are hoping that other students will understand why they are taking such action. This is SILLIMAN News.
Dumaguete City theft cases for the month of January and February this year increased by 18% compared to last year's months of January and February. Ami Abunal has the story.
An owner of a gasoline station who don't want to be identified for security purposes is one of the recent victims of theft here in Dumaguete City.
Naisip sa puti kay gusto ko na siya ni Madam. Ako at ang kwarta, naisip na si Madam kay ganang lugay ko nung mga unang kwarta. Ako, so walang mapaluas na siya lapit sa sakay. Nagkaroon wala naman yung batita.
According to Dumaguete City Chief of Police Superintendent James Goforth, they continue to work on security aspects of the city to minimize theft cases.
Still, we are assessing, i-review natin yung security plans natin, where will we place yung mga tao sa tamang oras. Pangalawa, talaga may expect natin, especially yung mga ganito, mga theft, kasi mas lalong dumami yung mga stores natin.
Goforth added that although there are already 110 theft incidents in the city compared to last year, which has only 90 theft cases in the month of January and February, Dumagueteños do not have to be alarmed.
Yung increase is not really that dramatically, talagang hindi naman natin masasabi ng malaki.
With today's situation of Dumaguete, the city police still needs the cooperation of the residents, especially with commercial establishment owners. He suggests that owners should conduct background check on their employees and ask for police records before hiring them.
Although theft cases in the city are minor incidents, city police recommends Dumagueteños to be cautious with strangers. Ami Abunal, SILLIMAN News.
Even before the summer starts, heat is already affecting people with cardiovascular problems. Ani Abuna, that's the story.
30-year-old Randy Gasataya suffered from cardiovascular problems since birth and has recently died last Wednesday late afternoon at the public market of Dumaguete City. According to a store owner Mang Lando, Gasataya looks fine not until he knew that the man stopped breathing.
Morning, mga 9 o'clock, di arat siya, mangga, hukbo mo naman siya, tulog ba? So, kabalo dahil nga, daumido na dito yung dipate siyang lawal.
Randy's brother shares that his brother has been admitted in the hospital for several times because of his health issue.
Ikaw sa akong department na, nawala na ugana kay kasmana ng hospital at ng mama, ang kapatid at pag-ato na ako, wala naman, i-scap ko nung niya.
Based on the latest Philippine health statistics in the internet, cardiovascular problem is the 9th leading cause of death in Region 7. The region has a population of around 7 million and 412 has died because of cardiovascular problem within a year.
Person should not be exposed to the sun, especially during the times between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Since summer is fast approaching and the heat from the sun cannot be avoided, people who have cardiovascular problems should be aware that during this season of heat, their health can be at risk.
Important is always to have a regular checkup if you're a known hypertensive and take the medicines regularly.
Department of Health still believes that having healthy lifestyle is the best prevention for any health problems. Ami Abunal, SILLIMAN News.
Here's Beb Barot for the story.
Lydia Elnar, a father of a 9-year-old, says most of the diseases he notices during summer are colds and fever. He then prefers self-medication if possible.
Wala siya kani sipon, lana, din sila mga tambal, GC, kanang Ujin, Yusip, ano ba mga timpra.
Roslyn Aranda, mother of a 10-year-old, says she prefers to let her child drink calamansi juice whenever her child experiences cough and colds. According to the Provincial Health Office, the common diseases during summer are typhoid fever, cholera, hepatitis A, food poisoning, diarrhea, sore eyes, and measles. But the most common of them during this season is sunburn. Dr. Edgardo Barredo, Assistant Provincial Health Officer, says the advisable time to go swimming is before 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon.
Bago yung ka bulan ng more than 3 hours, sobrang na tayo, ganyan, pinag-init tayo. Before 10 o'clock, only go, mga after na, di na, wahapon po, mga 4 o'clock, mga 10 o'clock until 10 o'clock.
Too much exposure under the heat of the sun may also cause heat stroke. Symptoms of this are dizziness and loss of consciousness.
With the temperature starting to rise, the Department of Health urged the public to be aware of these summer diseases. Drinking a lot of water, applying sunscreen lotion, and bringing other protective gears are just some of the ways to help prevent summer illnesses. Beb Barot, SILLIMAN News.
Dumaguete City Tourism Office conducts an ocular inspection among tourist sites in Negros Oriental, especially that summer is getting near. Mona Vargas has the report.
The City Tourism Head Units, together with City Tourism Officer Woodrow McKilling Jr., conducted a 3-day ocular inspection among nearby tourist sites last month. McKilling says they conducted the inspection so to keep their office updated with the newest rates these tourist sites could offer.
We did this just to really update ourselves, and because this is the tourism office also serves as a tourist information center. We are the gateway and the service center of the amazing destinations in the province of Negros Oriental and of course Bihor. So normally all tourists here
the regular inspection of the tourist establishments by the tourism office gives better information that is given to foreign and local tourists. They inquire fare rates to these destinations, keep track of the accommodation rates, and check whether these tourist sites are strictly following the rules and regulations given by the tourism industry. Michael McGovern, an Australian tourist, is one of those who goes to the tourism office and asks for information about the tourist sites he can visit near Dumaguete.
And I love the environment's beautiful, the people are beautiful, everything's very nice. I love coming.
For him, the ocular inspections are really useful. In fact, he loves everything the office recommends to him. The ocular inspections the tourism office conducts is just one of the things they do to help achieve the hospitability the tourists expect from Dumaguete City. Mona Vargas, SILLIMAN News.
SILLIMAN University tightens security system to ensure safety of students inside the campus. May Teves has the story.
Since last week, security officers double-check IDs and confirm students' identity through calling dorm managers for confirmation. SILLIMAN University Security Head Dr. Nicole Elman says they are doing this to ensure safety of dormers as major concern of parents.
The safety of our students, much more with the students residing inside the campus whose parents are not with us and who are entrusted by their parents to SILLIMAN University as the surrogate parents.
However, we asked dormers if they are in favor of the tightened security system.
In a way, it is good kay tungod sa pag-tighten sa security, murag ang parents kay murag feel safe sila nga eskwela nila sa SILLIMAN ang ilang kanang mga anak.
Para na ko, I agree on the tightening of security sa dormers kay our parents feel safe if we're in the dorm, and especially us, we're not from Dumaguete.
As part of the tightened security system of the university, stricter implementation of IDs is compulsory among faculty, staff, and students. This sudden implementation of this policy resulted to several sentiments among students. However, the university expressed that they are doing this to ensure student safety and welfare inside the campus. May Teves, SILLIMAN News.
Newly elected president of the SILLIMAN University Student Government advocates participative leadership for a service of students next school year. May Teves has the details.
Newly elected SUSG President Hans Denzel Villahermosa aims an inclusive administration wherein everyone in the university will have a say in the future programs and projects that the SUSG will be creating, to ensure that every student will enjoy their college experience.
In a nutshell, I think next school year it will be fun, it will be inclusive, it will be really participative, and we will make sure that every student really make the most out of their student life.
However, the students expect that the SUSG will continue to reach out to students, for they believe they voted for the right people.
Continue the You Speak project of Aterona so that the students will know what SUSG is all about.
I expect from the SUSG next school year to garner more sponsors for a more fun-filled activity.
SUSG will be more fun and creative this coming school year, because I believe that I voted for the right people.
Student body of the university hopes that the new administration will create projects and programs that will eventually cater the concerns of students. Students look forward to the fulfillment of platforms that this new administration have. May Teves, SILLIMAN News.
Sanitation is an important factor in all business establishments. After applying permits last January, the Sanitary Office of Dumaguete City has already granted 3,669 establishments with sanitary permits. Here's Beb Barot for the story.
Dumaguete City is known to be a university town. With a growing number of students in the city, food establishments also starts to rise. Shira's Fast Food, located at Laguna SILLIMAN, is one of the 3,669 establishments that have complied with the sanitary requirements. Mary Grace Narlo, owner of the said eatery, says she never fails to comply for the requirements for sanitary purposes.
Every year, we make a look at sanitary permit.
The requirements in granting a sanitary permit for food establishments are chest x-ray, stool examination of the owner and its personnel, and a food handler seminar. Marisa Papa, Sanitary Inspector 1 of Dumaguete City, says they will check the place, location, and other facilities after the owner has complied paper requirements.
And then dili pa gyapon mo comply, mo na siya mo recommend na mi sa among office of closure or revocation.
Donna Borromeo, a consistent customer of Shira's Fast Food, says she feels the safety of the food she eats knowing that the eatery was granted and complied sanitary permit.
mga gamit nila, you'll know that you're eating a safety food.
The sanitary officers are doing inspections every day in different barangays around the city, and one of their major concerns is customer safety. Beb Barot, SILLIMAN News.
Drivers complain to the change of traffic schemes and routes conducted by Dumaguete City's TMO. Mona Vargas has the story.
The Traffic Management Office conducted an experiment on traffic schemes last Monday due to the occurrence of traffic jams along the city. According to TMO head Danilo Atilio, they made the experiment to clear the flow of traffic among public utility vehicles from northern towns such as Sibulan, San Jose, and Amlan. The new experiment includes the change of the entrance and exit routes for PUVs such as V-Hire and Easy Rides from the north. For the entrance route, they are only allowed to pass by Cervantes Street, right turn at Real Street, pass through the crossing at Lamberto Macias Road, left turn at Teletech, and proceed to the terminal at Robinson's Place, Dumaguete. For the exit, they are only allowed to pass by Candayong to Tinago, going to Rizal Boulevard, and left turn at Looc Bypass.
Pag-present na mo sa among recommendation sa technical working group sa City Council, doon na sila i-suggest na mangita paglain pang experiment nga to decongest.
This new traffic scheme is just a second option to the previous experiment conducted last year. However, the second experiment is not as effective as the first one because many PUVs complain about the exit route. Efren Los Baños, Secretary of the Jeepney Operators and Drivers Association Incorporated, or JUDAI, said that because of the new traffic scheme, the drivers find it hard to look for passengers from Rizal Boulevard.
Maglisod gud mi tungod kay ang among pasahero tungod sa dili sila gustong madaka na musakay na lamang og tricycle paingon sa Sibulan. Kay naa may tricycle nga mudritso paingon Sibulan.
Due to the complaints addressed to the city mayor, the TMO chose to terminate the change of traffic schemes immediately, right after the drivers complained.
Despite of the termination, the Traffic Management Office believes that the experiment must have been really effective. It just needs time for people to adjust to the new system. Mona Vargas, SILLIMAN News.
Negros Oriental Provincial Agriculture's Office strengthens its farming program in preparation for 2015's Tabo requirement deadline. Michiko Biton has the report.
The Negros Oriental Provincial Agriculturist Office is increasing efforts to encourage more farmers to engage in organic farming. This is in line with the requirements set by the province to make its Tabo an all-organic fruit and vegetable market. Vendors who use chemicals in growing their crops will not be allowed to sell their products in the Tabo by next year. Gregorio Paltinca, Provincial Agriculturist, said organic farming is necessary to provide sustainable benefits to the community.
We'll start the production of organic corn, organic vegetables, and organic apparatus to cope the demand of the people of the province. We are only utilizing 12,000 irrigated and 3,000 drip. And it is only the sufficiency level is last year lower because of the flood in Bayawan.
The key areas of the project are Shaton, Sambuanguita, Amlan, and Tanhay.
We have been teaching farmers to make their own compost, organic fertilizer through rapid composting and production of natural fermented solution to spray.
Marlene Bandoquillo, a vendor at the Tabo and one of the beneficiaries of the organic farming program, attests to the benefits of using natural methods in growing crops.
Ang chemicals mo yung dako gasto para sa organic. Makatipid juga sa organic. Tsada kong ipin ko ang organic. Safe sa mga tao.
With the project well underway, Negrenses hope that more and more farmers will lead the way in supplying food that is not only nutritious and affordable, but could be sustainably grown for years to come. Michiko Bitoon, SILLIMAN News.
In celebration of March as Fire Prevention Month, the Bureau of Fire Protection sets activities to increase public awareness on fire safety measures. Within the first quarter of this year, there have been 4 recorded fire incidents in different parts of the province. For the month of January, the amount of damage is almost 400,000 pesos. For February, damage reached 1.6 million pesos. With a theme sunog at sakuna pagandaan kalikasan ay pangalagaan ng matamasang pag-unlad ng bayan. The Bureau of Fire Protection has lined up a series of activities to educate the community on disaster preparedness. The events are particularly aimed at students. Student of Silliman University, Nerlin Ellie, and who lives in a boarding house, is concerned.
Apil silbi ana, apil na silbi ang kuan kaning conduct o disaster preparedness. Conduct ni basic na first aid, basic na rescue, at sa firefighting. Ano ang kalabanan na gibuhat karon na kuan tuiga.
Kailangan niya na ay fire safety in case
Dumaguete celebrates Rabies Awareness Month to promote responsible pet ownership. Nectarina Catada has a story.
In line with the celebration of Rabies Awareness Month, the city of Dumaguete will be having a Woofathon this coming March 29 at 6 in the morning. Woofathon is a dog marathon where dog handlers and dog owners run side by side with his or her dog in a 1.5 kilometer, 3 kilometer, and 5 kilometer run. City veterinarian Dr. Lourdes Socorro says that this marathon promotes responsible pet ownership by encouraging dog owners to register and have their dogs vaccinated with anti-rabies.
Part of our responsible pet ownership campaign in celebration of Rabies Awareness Month, because if dog owners are responsible, then eventually rabies can be controlled.
The dog marathon will start beside Perpetual Church and also ends there. All finishers will be given a finisher's medal. Maya, a dog owner, says she wants to join the Woofathon with her dog.
I'm going to join the Woofathon to promote responsible pet ownership. And I think it will be fun for me and Twiggy!
The registration for the Woofathon is still ongoing. For those who wants to register, City Veterinarian Office is still accepting participants. Nectarina Catada, SILLIMAN News.
Before we end SILLIMAN Insider, I would like to interview our anchors and some members of our crew. By the way, I am the instructor of SILLIMAN University's TV production class. So Ella, Ianco, how's your experience with TV production?
My experience is good. Actually, it's great. Although it's stressful, daghang pressure, usik sanina, usik time, daghan kayong late nights, but then it's memorable because we've actually experienced the kind of experiences nga dili wala na experience sa ubang mga mass communication students. So kanang field work and kanang sleepless nights ga makag-script until dawn. So
2 o'clock.
Not 2 o'clock actually, ga mag-scripts until 4 in the morning. So yeah, mahalag kapoy, it's worth it.
How about you, El? What's your experience?
The experience for TV production is really a life-changing experience because, in a way, compared to Ella, I am not afraid of recycling the same clothes every week. Anyway, for this,
let's sponsor. Okay.
But for the record, really, no, the sleepless nights that I've been there will always stay with us. If we're going to go forward into the future, we will be doing this. So I'd like to thank also our instructors, our DX. No matter all the things you've seen for the past semester on this episode, on this show itself, if it's good or bad, but of course it's good, it is all because of what he's been teaching all the students. And of course, the problems mostly that we've encountered that we will soon encounter in the future as well, like running for the source, chasing the source, even if the source escapes all the way to the mountains, and then you have to borrow / steal a friend's motorcycle without a driver's license, it's fine. Of course, we also like to thank the support the parents gave us. And we shouldn't forget the people behind the scenes. We only deliver it to the news, but who actually looks for it is right behind you.
Our all-around man, Mark.
Ruiz.
I'd like to interview Mr. Mark Ruiz.
Later. Have to interview. Sila, our crew.
Our crew.
The back.
Yay.
Let's get a closer look.
Bye. All right. So let's have the interview of our last EP. May igo ba ta? Okay, igo na ta. All right. So we have Nel Dableo, our last EP. How's your experience being the last executive producer for news? Kumusta?
all the pressure was like put on me, sir, since last, you know, there are a lot of expectations. Hi, Ma'am Nor! A lot of expectations kay, like, syempre, experience sa tanan, so like, everything is expected, everything is expected to be perfect. And so, I would like to thank my reporters, my editors, my studio crew for doing it all, for giving it all. It's worth it. I mean, everything, at every end of the day, we are proud of ourselves because we have learned something that we can be very proud of. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. AP. So, in behalf of the TV production class of the College of Mass Communication, I would like to thank Dr. Ben Malang III, Dr. Betsy Joy Tan, and our very supportive Dean, Dr. Maria Cecilia Hinove. And of course, the parents of our students who are very understanding with their status, of course, na every day almost magtrabaho for TV production and 3 days almost every week, wala sa ilang balay. So let's do our extra.
Okay, for the last time.
For the last time.
This has been Dero Magaso.
And Ella Ayangko.
And I'm DX Lapid.
For SILLIMAN Insider, where truth possessed
is freedom expressed. Good night.